It's your boy OG Pop with What's Poppin' Podcast. Thought I'd bring you guys a new season. I've had my little hiatus. I might have given you all some, content and vlogs from, my little personal pad. But we outside, man. It's summertime. I got a dope co-host I'm giving you guys this new season. Today, the launch and kickoff of the new What's Poppin' Podcast. We are now in production in partnership with Wicked Entertainment. We're going to be shooting right here out of the Juice Bar in Chicago. And welcome. If you've been through here, you through here now, make sure to, hit the like, subscribe, and, bless this house. Today I'm going to have Jap G. We're going to be talking a little bit about what's current, what's trending. Let's talk a little bit about the Joe and Jada podcast. How Fat Joe is a fucking cereal glizzy eating motherfucker. We might talk about Zip with the Drip, who's been blasting the whole Terror Squad this week. Talk about Fat Joe, Tony Sunshine, some dude named 123 Mics or some shit like that. That Zip said he looked like Pee Wee Herman and shit. You know what I'm saying? Also, don't forget, this is the home of baddies, baby. Baddies of the week will be popping. We will keep you guys in tune of what's thick, what's right, what's working, and what's not. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that. And it's popping, baby. So look, it's a new season, like I said. Got my boy Jap G with me. Salute, Jap.
Cheers.
You know what I'm saying? We're coming to you live from the rack, And coming to you guys from the rack, we want to send a shout out to all content creators. From the Cam and May show, the It Is What It Is, to the Joe Buttons, to the Hassan Campbells and Zip the Drips of the game. And I don't care if you're doing it from your living room, if you're doing it from the park, but you're creating content. That's dope. It's informational, and it be popping. I'm a fan of a lot of y'all's too, just so you know it.
I like some of these content creators as well, man.
Give me some of your favorite.
Right now, just overall.
Overall, that you might, when you hit the YouTube lick,
I'm gonna go with Country Wayne.
Put me up.
Man, Country Wayne, he a bug.
What you mean?
He funny as hell.
Is he?
Yeah, he funny.
And what's his content about?
Man, a little bit of everything.
Give me an example.
When I'm talking about a little bit of everything, anything urban that you can think of, that's him.
That's him.
Yeah, he got a character named Drip. Oh man, buddy, a bug. Yeah, but he the character make music, but the music actually hot. It's crazy. You gotta check him out.
You got another one?
From Chicago or not?
No, I don't gotta be from Chicago. But shout out to all Chicago content creators.
Okay, well, just outside of the rack, I would say, like I said, Country Wayne. I like, what's the band name? Jack 313 or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
The light-skinned dude, he a bug. He funny, I like him.
I like some of these new streamers. You know what I'm saying? The K-Sonots, the Speed Dude.
He funny.
You know what I'm saying? He funny. Yeah, he funny.
Yeah,
He be making it happen. He be all over the world in the country, just giving us content. And a lot of these guys are young, bro, kids that got $1 million sponsorships already with T-Mobile and other companies. What do you feel about? What I want to speak about. Zip the Drip, okay? Let's get to that. You ever heard of him?
I heard of him.
He's a bug too. You know what I'm saying?
I heard of
he
him.
be on his living room couch.
Ain't that dude that he been at Fat Joe here, right?
Man, he been at the whole Terror Squad.
Yeah, but he kicked it off.
He kicked
Joey,
it off.
right?
I guess what that So yeah. Let's Zip with the Drip. Zip with the Drip has taken to social media this week. Not only that air out the whole Terror Squad, but he had a lot to say about Fat Joe. He had a lot to say about Tony Sunshine. And that guy, 5 mics or something, he got out on him so bad that he didn't even put his name on the vlog. He said, responding to the local rapper.
That's insane.
He said he dressed like Pee Wee Herman. He said he's a 50-year-old something that don't keep not even a whisker on his face. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Yeah, man. Zip with the Drip be bugging up. I like Zip with the Drip. I like that bug. Hassan Campbell be going nuts. A lot of people don't like him, but that's the way you make it in this industry. A lot of people gonna love you, a lot of people gonna hate you, and they're still gonna make some money. You know what I'm saying? As
long as it's making money, it making sense.
Yes, sir. How about
you know what I'm saying?
You know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. I might not personally like. Well, let me rephrase that. I used to think Vlad was the police. Okay. But Vlad TV. I used to think Vlad, he be getting dudes up there. But he ain't no worse. Adam 22 was worse, asking these guys incriminating questions.
That's the dude from that No Jumper lick, right?
Adam is. But Vlad got his own.
Vlad
got his own big platform.
Right.
Vlad is the one that they used, or they tried to use as evidence from the Keefe D Tupac murder. Because Keefe D went up there on an interview and pretty much said that he allegedly had something to do. He was in the vehicle when they murdered Tupac. So that made me...
So he told on himself?
He pretty much. So that's why I had to rephrase and say I used to have a certain thought about Vlad, but Vlad...
Hold on, where he from?
Vlad is from the East Coast.
No, I'm talking about the...
Keefe D from the West Coast, California.
I don't know nothing about them guys.
Okay, so...
He really told on himself like that?
Yes, because everybody else in the car was dead, and I guess they gave him some immunity or something that he thought couldn't roll over or something. And he wrote a book, confessed about it in the book. And Vlad,
bugging.
Yeah, so all Vlad did was bring him on. Vlad interviewed him, and they picked him up for that. You know what I'm saying? So that had me thinking some kind of way about him. But the truth of the matter is, if you sit down and you tell on yourself, that's on you.
You deserve to sit down. Right. You told on yourself.
You're supposed to, hey.
That's like killing somebody on live. Like, you might tell on yourself.
Right, if you ask some incriminating questions on live and you tell on yourself, or online.
Am I tripping?
No, he told himself.
If you kill somebody on live, you basically saying you telling on yourself.
But Vlad is one of the people, I go to their channel, man, because he be having Tony Yayo. He be having a lot of old school gangsters, people in the mob that was in the mob hit, man. And he asks very great questions. So Vlad is one of the ones I look at. Now, on a whole different spectrum, I fuck with Cameron and Mace, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. This whole little setup here was the inspiration of It Is What It Is. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it since, podcasting, since the webcams and since day one for 10 years. But a lot of these guys have stepped their game up, but they've had the budget to do it, So salute to everybody who has. But what do you think about that other podcast that kind of, is a similar spin-off of the Cam and Mace, which is the Jada and Joe podcast? What do you think about that? Have you checked it out?
I don't know, man.
Give me your honest opinion. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. We gonna get the people.
You really want my honest opinion?
150,000%. The people want your honest opinion.
Well,
Let's talk about Kiss first.
Top 3 favorite rappers of all time.
Kiss is dope. Kiss is dope than the motherfucker.
Not only is that, but he's also a Rough Rider as well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like,
you want to shoot that? You want to shoot that out now while we on the topic?
My Rough Rider family.
Okay.
Yeah, what I will say
is it a good combination and a gel of Jada and Joe? Have you listened to what they be talking about?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I feel like Jada will excel a lot further without Joey.
Without Joe. Okay.
The interview that I seen, he looked a little surprised when Crack was saying what he was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Telling a story. What do you mean surprised?
Yeah, so like, you know how they have on their show, they got like Jada tell a certain story, you know what I'm saying, or a situation. You see what I'm saying?
Cap.
And then Cracker do it.
Right.
And then some of the shit that he be saying, like Jada
Want
be
to fall
looking
out
at
the
him
chair
like,
or fall out the chair.
oh no, I don't want.
Yeah, y'all got it. Look,
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
salute to, like I said, everybody.
But I don't. But see, this the thing though. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if what they both be saying be true or false, because I don't know neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. I'm just saying, like, you ever heard the expression, you want to know what type of nigga you dealing with, ask him a question in front of his bitch and see how she respond to it? That's gonna tell you everything you need to know about. Like, I feel like that's the situation. That's the situation. Like, it's like if I ask you, like, hey bro, you made $340,000 this year, and I look at your bitch and she like, I'ma know you bullshit.
Cap a lot.
She lay down with you. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it's almost like, I don't know if it's almost like scripted.
Ooh.
Or if it's organic at this point.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know the whole podcast world.
Can I give you my take?
What you think about it?
Let me give you a take. Number one, I fuck with Jada Kiss. I think he's very, very organic on the podcast. I think everybody sees he can't hide his emotions or his thoughts or even the thoughts that he's hiding. Like, we can all read Jada Kiss on how he's not going to co-sign all the bullshit that Fat Joe was capping about and talking about. So I see that. Now,
I mean, that's a way to deliver.
As a Latino, you hear me, that's into the hip hop scene, a friend of Cuban Link, which is an ex-Terror Squad member, I can firsthand, relate and understand probably not only his cap, but how malicious Fat Joe has been in the game for nobody to not only respect his cap, but now his gangster nowadays. You know what I'm saying? He Liza Rios stood in a shelter, which is Big Pun's wife, and had to stay there with her kids and bounce back from that, take Joe to court to establish like $4 or $5 million that he had took from her, along with Pun's royalties and rights. So, that don't sit with me right. You know what I'm saying? Being one of the gatekeepers in the game who has not let other Latinos flourish, some even the pioneers like Cuban Link and that whole little era of Latino rappers that he kind of blocked from being successful and things like that in the game. Soon we gonna have Cuban Link on the podcast.
Okay, so look, so now this is my take on that.
Okay, on what? On which part?
On everything. Okay. So I had an opportunity of meeting Chris Rivers.
Chris, right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is Pun's
Shout out Chris Rivers,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Amazing talent.
I had the opportunity to
BET Awards performance with Black Thought. Murdered it. But go ahead. Murdered it.
So, to elaborate on that, then I had the opportunity to meet they family member Whispers from D Block.
Okay.
Right?
Crack.
What I would say is my encounters with Chris would be probably on a deeper level. Like, most people don't know he a vegetarian. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to vibe with him different. I love steak. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you learn people. From over dealing with time with him, I think Chris' only issue when he was ready for him to transition into hitting that next milestone is, that situation that he put up with his father on social media. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what really damaged his career for real. Cause he sounds identical
to his pops,
to his father.
Okay, let me put it like this, right? Because I do gotta touch on that, right? That's deep, bro. I don't know why you brought Chris up. We were talking about some whole other shit, Crack and Jada.
I'm saying,
so let me tell you something.
If Joey allowed their mother to be in a shelter and allowed him to be in a shelter as a kid, why wouldn't he put him on as he's grown and he's already established his own buzz? You got to understand, when Jada came to Chicago and did top 5 DOA and Chris Rivers flew in, I was there with them.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let's get back to.
So I feel like when you say gatekeepers, though, that's a gatekeeper move.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily rock with that. I don't rock with that.
Okay. 100%. You almost. When it comes to Chris, I brought Chris and the whole family. Liza, his sister Star. I brought them all to Chicago.
I bought some glasses from him.
And,
shout out to his sister.
And I think all of us, even from the outside looking in, even if you don't know him, you got to understand his heart out here, especially in the music game. Especially when you do have a gatekeeper that should have been supporting you, but instead of supporting you, is robbing from you and your family. So not only that, you the God's son. You know what I'm saying? So you already got to walk in a shadow to even make it. You have to be that lyrical and that goddamn talented to come out of that shadow to make it independently, along with the capital in this game.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. So what? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I'm gonna let you interview because you're shaking your head.
I'm just saying, like, no, you right. Like the industry.
So I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, Chris was lost as his family was, and he had it rough for him, man, G, until they did come up on some money. And now, man, he's so lit. Go look at Chris Rivers on TikTok. Go look at him on Twitch. Look at his little pad. Look at his growth. I think he's a little heavy, chasing his own man. And I think since you're a vegetarian, you need a little bit, worry a little bit more about your health so you don't get so damn big and we lose you early like we lost your pops. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I see the glow in his face. Him not coming up without the industry now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole different fruitful energy that I see from Chris. And I just want to, I understand why he went through the hard shit. I think a lot of us do. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, Jap, but shit, didn't you have a story with Crack too? You met him?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Tell the people about that story.
I met him once in South Beach.
Is it somewhere, can it help us connect these gateway keeper
1,000%.
Really?
Y'all, you might know this artist, he go by the name of Ace Mac.
Ace Mac.
Yeah, if you go look
I think when I came home, he was doing his Thug Dizzle.
So if you go to the Make It Rain remix video, the official video.
Okay.
He on there with T.I., Rick Ross, Fat Joe, Wayne.
Ace Mac is.
Ace Mac is.
Okay.
It was a situation that was supposed to have played out, and it didn't play out too well. So
you want to elaborate a little bit more? You said Crack is in this story, right?
Correct. He was supposed to have a thing going with Terror Squad, and
so Ace Mac was supposed to have a situation with Terror Squad.
Correct.
This is what I'm gathering.
Well, the city thought that he was signed to him.
Okay, and it wasn't like that.
No, not at all.
At all.
No, not at all.
Did he get finesse out some bread?
No, he ain't get finesse out no bread. I think the proper word and terminology would be for the exposure. You know what I'm saying? I think as an artist, like I said, it's not designed for the artist. So if you're not educated to the business aspect of it, you're gonna get beat every time, man. I'm just saying, Joe don't got no good track record.
Okay. Let me switch gears real quick, right? Free Hoover, baby. In the latest, man, I see TikToks, I see reels. Everybody talk about, even the uncle dude that cried on when World Star cried, talking about my uncle. Oh, my uncle's free. The truth of the matter is, as of now, Unc, Big Dog, the old man, Mr. Larry Hoover is not out yet. He was pardoned federally by the administration and Donald Trump.
Okay.
Which relieves him of any sentence and debt he owed to the society, to the federal government.
So they took him out of Supermax. They freed him from that.
Let me go a little bit more than that. They not only freed him out of Supermax, but they released him from federal custody. But Mr. Larry Hoover was incarcerated priorly in the state before the feds snatched him up.
So he got indicted?
No. So he got indicted by the feds.
Right.
While he was doing state time. I was with Mr. Hoover in Stateville, okay? A few of my guys was, Ears, Pee Wee, we was all on deck. And one day, before they opened up Supermax, TAMS in Illinois, and made circuit riders and sent guys there. They were sending guys out of state, you know what I'm saying? Hoover and Lord Gino, the Kings, upon their time of looking very close to release, got picked up by the feds, and they got took out of state and hit federally for RICO and racketeering charges.
Oh, that's terrible.
So the feds let him go, you know what I'm saying? But, big but, the old man still ain't free, while y'all making TikToks and dancing. Don't dance that dance yet. He's let go from the feds, but what's optimistical is this is the process. He has 200 years on his sentence, okay? 200 big ones. He's under an old law. I'm a K number when I got locked up, you know what I'm saying? He is before us, which is the C numbers that are under a different law. When I got sentenced and I did my time, I was sentenced to a sentence. You know what I'm saying? He was sentenced under some crazy shit where I didn't have to see the parole board. I knew when I was coming home. He, on the other hand, has to go to the parole board. Back then, it was every 3 to 4 years. I don't know if it changed now, but he has to now, that he's in Illinois custody, see the Illinois board, prison review board, see if they give him a release. And I'm optimistic because all the C numbers have already been let go. He's probably one of the last C numbers that is still in custody. So
that's terrible.
So that's next. Guys, be optimistic. Say your prayers, send him some mail, send him some money. Hopefully the old man coming home soon. But that's where it's at. Trump cut him a break. But the IDOC, Pritzker, and them still got it. They asking for Pritzker to sign off and give him a pardon. But he ain't free yet, Jack.
You don't think that's inhumane?
Maybe 30 years ago. What Larry got in right now? About 50, 56 years.
53 years? 35 years? 53
wow,
years?
53 years.
53
bro.
years? What?
So he should have been let go. If he killed anybody, man, a dub is enough, man. We learned, bro. We made a mistake.
I'm just saying, let me ask you a question. Do you think that's
I just answered that, Jack. I said 20 years ago they should have let that.
No, but I'm just saying though, do you even think that should have even been in the constitutional? That's insane.
Do I think
word.
it's inconstitutional? A lot of the things our federal and state government does not make sense to me, especially being in the confines and conditions, where you have to go to the extreme like Larry has many times just to get human. Well, let me finish this. Just to fight for our human rights. We've had to go on hunger strikes, you know what I'm saying, and riot just to make them people act right and give us 3 showers. You know what I'm saying? Let us use the phone. Give us proper visitation. So, that's a whole revolution, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you being behind that wall, even back then, was a little bit more, well, I would say, me personally, was way more dangerous.
Okay. Can I? Okay. Prison is prison. It's going to be dangerous. It's always going to be dangerous. Somebody else going to get cut, poked up, beat up, rioted up, or something, shot by the gun tower, something. Back in them times, the joints were more open. We had street clothes. We was getting licks in on the regular. You go to visit somebody locked up, and you ain't know who was the prisoner, who was. Because we had money, we had street clothes. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even tell who the one who was locked up was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the penitentiary got took down, bro, once they took the cigarettes, like in 2000, and they just took jewelry. So it's harder time now. But I want to say, as far as what's more dangerous and violent, shit, it go up any goddamn day, bro. Excuse my language, but it go up any day.
No,
it's dangerous always.
Because I'm R2 609.
We had more freedom though back then.
And to me, that makes it a little more dangerous.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
It was wide open.
See, that's
hard to get
dangerous.
to. It ain't matter where you was, in protective custody or wherever. It wasn't hard to get to.
Because now, let's say hypothetically speaking, you go to Cook County Jail, right?
Okay.
If you catch a case behind that wall, the state is going to prosecute you.
Yes, 150%.
You understand what I'm saying?
You poke somebody up, you get caught with a quarter pound, you get caught with a shank, a phone, they're going to holler at you.
It's over with.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, I think it was a little bit easier to navigate and do such things, but then again, you had to be really about something as opposed to nowadays.
Jab G, can I ask you something? So, I believe we're both on like the same opinion about he shouldn't be locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not.
So, what do you think we could do, man, as youngsters, OGs, a community, to help him get released, bro? Like, what could we do as voices to help? From what I understand, Jay Prince has been trying to help. Even Kanye West, I heard, supported the movement as a big voice as he is. You know what I'm saying? What could we do, man, to get him home? Free Larry.
I mean, I think at this point in time, even as a person that's a firm believer and follower and an advocate of the movement.
Of the cause.
For the reason of being.
So, yeah.
I think the people have spoke and placed their opinion. It's time for the higher authorities to do what they need to do.
Do you think Pritzker's going to do what need be done?
He's a puppet master, so we'll see.
Okay. Free Larry, baby. You hear me?
Yeah, free that old man.
Free Larry, baby. Free Larry. You know what I'm saying? In other hip-hop news, Jack, you know what I'm saying? It's popping right here. We getting it popping. Right now, around the world, baby. Internationally, in Toronto, right now. Kendrick is getting it popping. He is on his GFX tour, and he's doing his Thug Dizzle. He was out in Toronto, and you know his catalog, what it sounds like, right? But in Toronto, to an American and anybody from the West Coast looking from the outside in, you'd think he'd get a different response. But not only is he not getting the maybe unpopular response, but they asking him to come out and do encores and shit in Toronto. Got 2 questions for you, Jap.
What's that?
Number one, how do you think, and this is like, they say, like the most sold out tour. You hear me?
Like record breaking?
Record breaking. You hear me? Up there, like up there. What do you think about Drake's feelings right now about how this boy is just running around his city. He already called them, I don't want to say allegedly, one of them pedos or whatnot in the song. Did him dirty at the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? How do you think? I mean, he ain't. You think he? I mean, do you think he ready to jump off a cliff or anything yet, or how do you think he feeling? That's the number one question.
As a fellow light
how
skin,
Drake feeling right now, baby?
As a fellow light skin, I know we holding this L. Drake got to be extremely angry.
Angry?
1,000%.
How's his confidence?
I don't know. It's his.
I think it's broken.
I think it's his.
It's his?
1,000%.
Is it high or mediocre right now as far as feeling?
I think he's somewhere lost in the middle trying to figure it out.
Does he come back from this?
I don't know, but I know he's capable.
He's capable?
1,000%.
From this?
1,000%.
I guess the main question is, or the big question of the hour is, you fucking with OVO, man? You a Drake fan?
I'm a fan of music.
You fuck with Drake?
I know Drake ran the rap game for 12 years straight.
Do you fuck with Drake?
I like some of his music. I don't know him personally.
Are you a fan of the music?
Some.
The old Drake or the new Drake?
Old Drake, definitely.
Old Drake.
1,000%.
Okay. There has been talk, and I've heard streamers say that Kendrick is the modern day Tupac. How do you take that? And do you agree with that?
I'm trying to really understand their comparison.
I want to say maybe in the impact wise, like Pac was to the culture. I've never seen a football stadium, bro, do what they did for Kendrick, bro. I never seen that coming.
You talking about the A minor?
Yes.
He did it while he was there.
Could we put Drake in 10, 20 years from now in that spectrum, you think? Is it coming or no? Or is Drake coming back full throttle and put him, what's going on? What's your opinion on that?
I think if Drake want to bounce back, he got to release at least 3 singles throughout this summer.
3 singles. That's what Jab says, y'all. Jab G say he got it. Now, what kind of singles? Because he been dropping shit. Shit been some other shit, but,
What you talking about? Like
Drake just dropped a joint.
Hug Me or whatever
some other
it's called?
shit, yeah, some club shit.
Get over here and give me a hug.
Yeah, that.
I know you done see me dance in the club.
So he need to drop 3 what kind of bangers?
He need 3 Drake bangers. He need to drop something for the club.
Okay.
Something for rappers.
For rappers in general.
1,000.
I like that. I like
people
that.
could be
not
like,
Kendrick, not
he's
Kendrick,
still
but for the whole industry.
For the whole industry.
Talk
to
to
let
him.
people know that he can rap.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna lie, the whole R&B Drake, I'm not a big fan of. But when Drake be rapping, Drake be rapping. Like, we not gonna take that from Drake. And then I would like to see him take something over like a TikTok banger. Because he has it in him.
That's a whole nother world.
Almost like the Kiki, do you love me? He need another big banger like that.
He need another Kiki?
He need another Kiki.
Okay.
If not,
well, right now, I hope you resurrect and come back from the dead, Drake, because we do not want to see an R.I.P. You like that. You've been too great in this industry. It's a game. You know what I'm saying? This is an art. You win some, you lose some. Get out your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Get out of Kiki and get that shit together and give us some shit. On another note, before we get out of here, Jap, I think I want to talk on the latest of Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez was stabbed up in the penitentiary. There's a lot of noise that there's new evidence, and he has no business locked up, is with a state senator saying, and they did him bogus and violated all his civil rights. 14 times he got poked, bro. He's making music from the joint, getting it lit from in the penitentiary, and the shit sound great. Free Tory Lanez, man. That's he shouldn't be locked up. I think that girl got him in that jam, lied on him, and got him all fucked up right now. And I think I need to close out, but just saying that, man. I ain't even want to say shit else. You hear me?
I think that's terrible.
She got him fucked up, bro.
I think that's terrible. I think that's the other girl's
Megan Thee
bodyguard
Stallion,
or something like that, right? Came out.
Yes, her girl came out. Yes, and he gave her a whole testimony.
That man almost lost his life over a false accusation. So I think not only should she be prosecuted, but also the investigators who was assigned to this case. They should also be
held accountable.
1,000%. They should be prosecuted too.
So hang Megan.
1,000%. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, she thicker than camel spit, and that body is banging. But right is right and wrong is wrong. She bogus.
I don't agree on the body banging, but
no, that motherfucker moving.
I ain't fucking with her like that. But fry that bitch. You hear me?
If
you sent that man to the penitentiary, fry your motherfucking ass. Shame. You should be ashamed of your goddamn self lying on that boy like that, man, sending him to motherfucking river. What the fuck is popping?
Man, and that album was raw. That album was raw.
Look, man.
You heard the album? That album raw that he released.
Look, man, hit that super thanks button right there. You heard Jack. I know you heard it. You hear me? I know you heard it. You know.
Hey, man, tell him to get out the mustard and catch up. I'm empty, he not. What's going on here?
We out this bitch. It's popping, baby. We back.